Welcome to this DairyNet video tutorial. This tutorial explains the cattle list. The cattle list can be accessed via the menu item Herd. To open the cattle list, the tile Cattle needs to be selected. In the view Cattle, all animals are listed and an information overview is created. The number of animals currently displayed in the list can be read above the table. In this example, 381 animals are currently displayed. The cattle list is structured as follows. Each animal is presented in a single line. The first column defines the type of cattle, for example, whether the animal is a calf, heifer, dairy cow, suckler cow, or sire. The second column shows the animal number. The next column shows which reproduction or lactation status the animal currently has. In the control column, the colored boxes represent symbols for specific milking control settings. The colors have the following meaning. Red indicates the separation of milk because of antibiotics. Purple indicates waiting time for meat usage. Yellow indicates the milk separation due to colostrum. Gray indicates do not milk. Blue indicates manual attachment. If one of these settings is activated for an animal, the corresponding box is color-filled. Selecting the yellow box under the column title, the cattle list is filtered, for example, for animals with set milk separation due to colostrum. In this example, this currently concerns 3 animals. By using the mouse over function per box, their meanings are displayed. Further columns show the lactation number, the current lactation day, and the average milk yield of the last 7 days. For example, animal 45 is in the 3rd lactation on the 69th day of lactation and has a milk quantity of 49.27 kilograms as a 7-day average. The individual columns can be filtered and sorted. To sort the cattle list by a column, the column title has to be clicked. Afterwards, a small arrow appears next to the column title symbolizing the ascending or descending sorting. Additionally, some columns are filterable. For this purpose, a criterion from a drop-down menu, for example status, can be selected or entered manually, for example lactation number. Afterwards, only the animals that correspond to these criteria are displayed in the cattle list. In this case, for example, the status inseminated and the lactation number 1 were filtered. To reset the filtering, it can be deleted via the wastebasket symbol in the same line. The explained description of the column contents refers to the column default standard. In order to obtain the best possible information from the cattle list, it can be called up with different column defaults. This means that the column contents of the cattle list can be adjusted. As an alternative to the column default standard, the cattle list can be displayed with the following column defaults. Column default reproduction. In this column default, the column contents include reproduction information. These are, for example, the date of the last calving, the number of inseminations, and the planned calving. Column default inventory. With this column specification, the cattle list provides an overview of herd-relevant data on the individual animals. This includes, for example, the entry date and the farm on which the animal is currently located. Column default control. This column specification displays all animals that deviate from the standard settings with regards to control-related settings. This cattle list, with the column specification control, thus offers the possibility to see animals with special control settings at a glance. These are, for example, animals with a milk separation time, quarter do not milk, or individual feeding is set. Due to the control-related column contents, it is directly recognizable in which setting the individual animal deviates from the standard. Column specification calves. This column specification means that only the calves are displayed in the cattle list. For this purpose, the columns are defined with regards to breeding or origin, such as sex, date of birth, sire, and mother. With the help of the column configurator, Column presets can be set up individually to create a new column preset. The column configurator needs to be opened. First, a name for the column preset has to be defined. Afterwards, the column preset can be configured by selecting the desired choice from the available columns in the right-hand menu bar. The columns are pre-sorted according to subject areas and can also be selected using the search function. The desired columns can be added to the column preset using the drag and drop function. In this example, all columns relevant for the pregnancy check are compiled into a column default. The defined order of the columns selected on the right corresponds to the order of the newly created column preset on the left menu page. The newly created column preset must be saved by clicking the Save button. Afterward, the cattle list with the new column preset appears on the left side of the screen. The column configurator now can be closed. In addition to the column preset, the group selection for the cattle list can be defined. The view of the whole herd includes all active animals that exist in DairyNet. The group selection allows individual barn, feeding or milking groups to be displayed in the cattle list. Similarly, individual animal choices can be displayed in the cattle list. If, for example, the animal choice pregnancy check is selected, only those animals are displayed in the cattle list that are closed to the pregnancy check. If a column preset has been defined in the animal choice, this automatically changes in the cattle list, and the animals are displayed with the desired column information. In this example of the animal choice pregnancy check, the column preset pregnancy check was set, and the reproduction data of the animals to be examined are displayed in the cattle list. By clicking on the blue eye icon, the cattle info page for a quick detailed information overview of the individual animal opens. The documentation of an animal action is possible within the cattle list. For this purpose, the individual animals need to be selected. An animal action menu opens above the table. The animal action menu can be used to sort animals or add them to work lists, as well as to book animal actions for health, reproduction, or herd-related topics. If the desired animal action is selected, such as pregnancy check, the animal action booking directly opens. This function is available in all lists within DairyNet. The cattle list can be printed using the print button at the top right. This is the end of the video tutorial. For further questions, please contact your dealer.